What's up, everybody? You know what time it is. It's episode 8 of Ball Sports. I'm your host, Brandon, again, giving you a couple updates throughout the sports world. I got some boxing news, UFC, NFL, and NBA. But we'll hop right into it, starting off with boxing news. Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman in split decision. I figured Manny Pacquiao was going to beat him. Keith Thurman's really just a kind of, they call him one time. He's just a one shot. He's got one shot in him, and he's got to make sure he's get that shot in to get the victory. He's not really known for going 12 rounds or 10 rounds. They went 10 rounds. He's not known for going that many rounds. Manny Pacquiao, I think he's 75 fights in or something like that. And Keith Thurman's only 29 fights in, so that just shows you right there that the experience played a major part in that fight. And I figured that it would. Keith Thurman's a younger fighter with 29 fights. Manny Pacquiao's got 75 fights with 39 knockouts. So, telling you right there, Manny Pacquiao's got 12 more knockouts than Keith Thurman's got fights. So, definitely experience pays off. Not to say that Keith Thurman's a bad fighter. I expect him to rebound and get another win coming up. We got Maypac 2. I wanted to talk about that. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao exchanged shots on Twitter again. I don't know if anybody kept up with it. I believe that if they fight again, Pacquiao would come out victorious in the second one. And let me tell you why, before everybody gets on me. Floyd's fought 2 people in the last 4 years, I'm pretty sure, right? Conor McGregor, who is a UFC fighter, and then, I can't remember his name, but he went over to Japan and fought somebody. He beat him in like 3 minutes. Knocked him down 3 times in the first round, and they called the fight. The guy over in Japan wasn't a scrub either. He was 27-0. And Floyd went over there and beat him up and made him look bad. But long story short, Floyd's been fighting scrubs. Manny Pacquiao, on the other hand, he just got done fighting Keith Thurman, who's a great fighter, number one. And Adrian Broner, who's a great counter striker. And I know Broner's had his problems as far as being caught partying and everything like that, and not taking his job as serious as he should. But Broner's still a good fighter, and he still showed signs that he can counter and strike in a boxing match. I'd like to see Broner get back on his feet, but Pacquiao was the better fighter that night. But back to my point, Pacquiao's been fighting good fighters. Mayweather has fought 2 scrubs. Not to say that McGregor's a scrub, but McGregor's a UFC fighter. McGregor couldn't go 10 rounds. Everybody knew that, and that's why he got beat. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure what round Floyd put him out in. I think it was 9th or 10th, but Conor wasn't used to the longevity of a boxing match, and I knew that was going to happen. But long story short, Pacquiao win the second fight. Pacquiao's been in shape, and Pacquiao's been training like a real fighter, so I expect Pacquiao to actually put up a better fight. I know he had a undisclosed injury at the beginning of the first fight, and I'm not going to make any excuses for him, because if it was an injury that wasn't reported, that's on him. He should have reported the injury. But Pacquiao wins that second fight. Pacquiao's the better boxer at the end of the day. Pacquiao run him down, and Floyd's just too confident. First fight, Floyd got the better of him, but I would love to see a second fight, and seeing them exchange shots on Twitter, really hope something becomes of that, because I would definitely put some money on seeing Pacquiao and Mayweather fight again. I know that's a big money fight. We'll move on to UFC. UFC released former women's champ Chris Cyborg. I don't know the details of it. I didn't have much time to really study up on what happened. But she was a good fighter for a long time, and it's unfortunate that she won't be in the UFC. I bet she'll be on Bellator or something like that. Robbie Lawler versus Colby Covington. I expect Robbie to win that one. Robbie's a beast, and he knows how to take some punishment. I'm pretty sure if you ever want to see a good fight, him and Rory McDonald beat the hell out of each other. So go check that out if you want to see a good fight. Clay Guida, one of my favorite fighters, he's still fighting. that's a pretty good sign to see. He actually fights at the time of me recording this. He fights at 3, so I'll be watching that. No Anderson Silva updates right now. I seen that he was training a little bit in the gym, and it doesn't look like that he's slowed up on the training. But just because he's training doesn't mean that he's ready for a fight. That guy's probably gonna be training until his legs can't work. So, just because he's in the gym doesn't mean he's actually preparing for a fight or anything like that. I'm just kind of waiting to see what the UFC has an update for that. And I want to see something about McGregor, too. I know he made a lot of money fighting Mayweather, and I know he made a lot of money fighting Khabib, but I'd like to see him get back in the ring. I know it's been a couple years, and he needs to get back in the ring before he gets too old to fight, and I know he likes making money, so being back in the ring would definitely help him get more money, so I'd like to see McGregor back in the ring beating up on boys. Move on to the NFL. Big Ben's on watch. When I say on watch, I mean Le'Veon and Antonio Brown leaving puts him on watch to see whose fault was it. Was it Antonio Brown's fault? Was it Le'Veon Bell's fault? Or was it Big Ben's fault at the end of the day? If he doesn't thrive this season, and there's going to be a lot of questions on him, I'm not saying he's going to lose his job or anything like that. I'm not saying Ben Roethlisberger isn't a good quarterback, but it's going to leave a lot of questions on his character if he can't succeed without them too. And they're definitely some big players and playmakers who can change the offense, and I guarantee that he'll have a drop-off in progress, and so will the team. I'm excited to see DK Metcalf in a Seahawks uniform. The guy's a monster. I posted it on my Instagram account. If you don't follow me, it's Ball Sports 2. But I posted it on my Instagram. This guy's just a monster, and we've been needing a good receiver, a good big receiver in Seattle. We have a lot of little guys running around. Our quarterback's little. We draft little running backs. Doug Baldwin wasn't very tall. Tyler Lockett's not tall. We don't have a lot of tall receivers, so it's good to see that we got a big, bulky guy in there now. I think DK Metcalf's around 6'3", 6'4", and he can just jump out the gym, so it'll be nice to see him in a Seahawks uniform this year. My favorites to win next year's Super Bowl is the Hawks, Chiefs, and Pats. Hawks because I'm a Seahawks fan. Chiefs because I think Patrick Mahomes is the real deal, and I think he'll be good for the next couple of years. And the Patriots, you can't mark them out. Until Brady's off that team, I'm always going to put the Patriots. I wouldn't bet against them. It's not in anybody's best interest to bet against them. Until Tom Brady or Belichick is off that team, I will never bet against them, and they'll always be one of my favorites to win. Not that I like them or anything, but that's just facts. The Patriots are going to be in the final couple games of the season at the end of every year. I will definitely be at a lot of Colts games this year. I just wanted to make this mention, especially in the preseason. I'll probably be going live and just kind of looking for scouts, scouting the players out. I like to go up there and kind of see. I always care about the Colts because I grew up a Colts fan, so I like to go up there and see kind of how they're progressing and who's on their team. And preseason will give you a chance to see some guys on some other teams too if it works out, and see how they went. See how they work out. I went and watched the Ravens game last year and got to see Lamar Jackson play before he actually got to start, so that ended up being cool. But yeah, I'll be streaming live and a lot of stuff, especially at Colts games, and taking pictures and scouting the talent and seeing what Indiana's going to do this year. We'll move on to the NBA now. I'm a OKC fan, but I'm a Russell Westbrook fan, so I'm rocking with the Rockets this year. I'll always still like OKC, and I still have a bunch of stuff, and when Westbrook retires, I'll be a OKC fan, but for right now, I'm rocking with the Rockets and OKC. The Rockets, anyways, are the only team with 2 former MVPs on the same team, if you really think about it, and they were in back-to-back years, if I'm not wrong. That shows you right there, they're a good combination. They played together on OKC. They've known each other since they were real young, so the team chemistry is still there. And I'm excited to see what they'll do together this year. Harden averaged 36 last year, and Westbrook averaged another triple-double, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how they mesh and kind of see if they can't get a championship down to the Rockets. That'll be nice. The Clippers will be good, but it's not as good as the Lakers. I feel like LeBron and Anthony Davis, that really is a match made in heaven. I really feel like LeBron's still got at least 2 or 3 good years left in him. Especially because he's been rested up all off season, so and this is the first time he's actually had a good amount of time to rest up. So I expect the Lakers to be good this year. Clippers will be good, but it's not as good as the Lakers. Golden State, I don't know if they're done. I just seen that they signed Draymond Green to a 4-year, $100 million deal, but I don't know. Be interesting to see. They're not gonna be good. They're not gonna be good next year because Klay Thompson's out. Even though they got D'Angelo Russell, I don't think Golden State will win over 50, 60 games next year. They probably win 52, something like that. One thing I need to rant about too. Why hasn't Melo been signed? There's a lot of scrub players on teams that really don't deserve a shot. If you see them, they got numerous bloopers on YouTube. Melo's a solid player. He actually just went on ESPN, talked to Stephen A. Smith about it. Melo needs to be signed somewhere. Melo's a Hall of Famer. He deserves a farewell tour. He deserves all that. And if you don't want to admit that, you got something wrong with you. Carmelo Anthony has made a big impact in the game. People who don't even know much about basketball could probably tell you that they know Carmelo Anthony. If you asked them a basketball player, that would be one of them that they could name. So it's sad to see that Melo doesn't have a job yet. Come back to the Rockets, you know what I mean? But sad to see Melo go out like this, if he's going out like this. Next year's champs, I'm going to say Rockets, Lakers, Bucks, or Clips. And let me say Rockets, because I want Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and I think they will really flourish together. Lakers, because Lakers right now, they're kind of like the Pats with LeBron on it. LeBron is equal to Tom Brady in their sports if you really think about it. The Lakers, you always got to put whatever team down LeBron is on. The Bucks, I got faith in the Bucks. I know it's just Giannis on there and everything, but I really do have faith in the Bucks, and I don't think they'll be bad this upcoming year. I know he's got to do a lot by himself, but I think he's one of the only people that's kind of meant to do it. You know, he's about 7 foot something, so he should be alright. And the Clippers should be alright. I feel like it's either gonna be really good or really bad, and there's gonna be no in between. And I'm talking, when I'm saying that, I'm saying it's either gonna be a 60 win game or a 60 game win season, or it's gonna be a 30 game win season. So we'll have to see how that pans out for the Clippers. But that's all I got for you right now. Thanks for tuning in, and if you got to the end of the video, make sure you like and subscribe everything. And check out everything in the background. I appreciate everybody following me, and enjoy. Later.